check it out. It's under the chair and it's doing a great job moving around and going under another chair. Hey everyone, Digital David here. Today in this video, I'm going to be checking out the iRobot Roomba 694. I did purchase this robot vacuum cleaner myself, and any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in this product, you want to find out more about it, the link to it will be in the video description. You can see the retail box and packaging right here. Go ahead, check it out. We can learn more on the backside that this is a Wi-Fi enabled smart RoboVac that works with iOS and Android devices using the free iRobot Home app. Now let's go ahead, let's open it up and look at the contents. Here are all the contents. First up, you can see we have a warranty card. This vacuum does come with a 1-year warranty. Next up, we have our quick start guide, 6 easy steps for full setup so you can start cleaning. Then you can see we have our owner's guide and manual walking us through everything we need to know about this RoboVac. So everything's really in-depth, detailed, walking you through care, how to empty the bin, how to clean everything, troubleshooting, their customer service information with phone numbers and hours of service, and regulatory information. This is available in multiple languages covering the same info. Next, you can see we have our power cable followed by our charger right here with the iRobot logo and branding. You can see where we connect our power cable, how it looks from all different sides and angles. So we have nice rubberized feet to keep it in place. And you can see our sensor and indicator light at the top. And last but not least, we have the vacuum itself. Let's go ahead, let's look at that in more detail. Here's a look at the vacuum up close. Check it out from the top. You can see we have the iRobot logo and branding. We have 3 control buttons right here. We have a sensor up top. We also have a push button to release the dust bin. This is the AeroVac bin. You can see what it looks like from this side. Really easy to empty. Just lift this lever, and now you can see we can easily dump it out. And we have our replaceable filter as well in blue. Let's go ahead, let's put that back in. Now we can look at the Roomba from the front. You can see we have our push bumper, a bunch of different sensors. We'll rotate it around. You can see the bumper again in the play that it has. Here it is from the back side with our dustbin. Here it is from the other side. Now let's go ahead, let's flip it over. You can see we have our side cleaning brush, our charging contacts, our omnidirectional wheel. We need to pull this tab to activate the battery before use. You can see our spring-loaded wheels. It says Roomba 694 right there. More product info for you. Let's go ahead, let's pull that just for fun. There we go. And then you can see we have our cleaning brush. Right here we actually have 2 of them. And we can easily open that up as needed to clean, replace, that sort of thing if we get any tangles. Now let's go ahead, let's plug this in and set it up. So you can see we got our Roomba plugged in and charging. We also have the iRobot app downloaded on our mobile device. The iRobot Home app is available for iOS and Android devices. This is what it's going to look like once you download the app and sign in with your account. And you can see we have multiple Roombas already set up. Currently the J7 is cleaning as we speak. So to add a new device, let's go ahead. Let's select the menu icon in the top left-hand corner. We're going to choose Add a Robot. And you can see right now it's searching for robots. That may or may not populate depending on your model. And then we also have the ability to manually add our RoboVac, whether it's the Roomba brand or the Brava Jet mops. So let's go ahead. Nothing's populating, so let's choose Roomba. Then we're going to choose Roomba again. And now you can see we have our checklist. So let's get started. And they walk you through charging station placement and setup, what you want to name it. Let's name it 694 and then select check. Now we need to make sure we're connected to Wi-Fi. So that's the network we want to use. So select continue. Now we need to enter our password. Now it's going to work on activating the robot. So the first thing we have to do, depending on the series, is we have to hold down the spot cleaning and the home button for around 2 seconds, then release and we'll hear sound. So spot cleaning, home button. There we go. Now we can select continue and it's going to search for the RoboVac. Now you can see it's connecting to the Roomba 694 for us. There we go, it found it. We can select connect.
To Roomba, please use the iRobot Home app to complete setup.
So there we go, it's discovered, we got the voice prompt, and now we're gonna wait for the app to finish. So now it's working on sending the Wi-Fi information to our Roomba and enabling the Wi-Fi connection. Now we have a prompt, let's go ahead and allow, and it's working on connecting to our network.
Your Roomba is now online and ready for personalization.
So there we go. We got the voice prompt saying it's online and ready to go. And now you can see we're ready to learn more about our new Roomba 694. We have 12 different things to go through. Also in the background, I can hear my Alexa Show, my Echo Show device is letting me know that it's already set up and enabled because I've already done that with the previous iRobot Roomba, which is great. So there's nothing else I have to do to enable voice control. Always a good thing. So you can see how it's going to clean in sporadic movements. And it navigates obstacles as it comes across them. Smart enough to avoid and redirect from stair steps, anything with a ledge or a threshold. 90 minutes of runtime will return home and charge when it needs to. We have to empty the bin after each use. I mean, they walk you through everything you need to know right here. It's really nice, great animations. It'll let you know when we need to do maintenance. Now it's walking you through best practices to prep your house. And there we go. We're all done. And now we're taken into our Roomba settings right here within the app. Let's look at this in more detail. So first up, you can see a nice animation of our Roomba right here. Currently, it's showing that it's charging and ready to vacuum. Then you may notice we have our favorites tab right here. So we can add a favorite depending on what we want. And basically, we can set a time limit here for the clean, label it, and color code it. Then you can see we can set a schedule for our Roomba. You can choose the day of the week and the time. So very simple to set up. And then we also have the ability to set it up so instead if you don't want to do like a set schedule, it could just be every time you leave the home. You can enable that right here, which is pretty cool if it detects that you're leaving the house and you can choose which days of the week. So that's a nice feature, really cool. Next, you can see we have our cleaning history. So once it completes a job, we'll have all the information right there for us. Any messages from the RoboVac or the app will arrive right here. Then you can see we have our Roomba settings. We can learn more about it. We can locate the Roomba, so let's press that. You can see it's telling us right now it's on the charging base. Now watch as we remove it from the base, just a little bit. Here we go.
Error 6.
So you just heard it chime. It's going to chime again. So there we go. It's chiming. I'm going to press that button. There we go. So that's cool. So we can locate it. It'll emit a tone around the house. We can view our Wi-Fi settings. We can change the language. Tons of language options right here. Then you can see we can turn on metric units if we want. We can reboot it or we can remove and factory reset it. We have a help section. And if you want to enter the iRobot beta, you can do that right there from within the app. Now let's go ahead. Let's try it out and clean. So first up, you can see the Roomba cleaning in the kitchen right here. Watch as it reacts to the wall right there, you can see. Now it's just gonna move around in an adaptive cleaning pattern, cleaning wherever it desires. It's all randomized. So it's just gonna move around freely however it sees fit. Now you can see what it's like for the Roomba to navigate obstacles right here. Check it out, it's under the chair and it's doing a great job moving around and going under another chair. So it's able to sense the obstacles and give you a nice, thorough, and deep clean, even in a challenging environment like table legs and chairs. Now you can see the Roomba making its way up to a different surface, so check it out. No issues at all with that transition going from our hard floor to our rug. Made it look really easy. Check that out. And then you can see with some obstacles on the floor like the shoes there, it's gonna bump into it and then move along. So just make sure your shoelaces are out of the way. Now you can see the Roomba's on a collision course with the top of the steps, so check that out. The cliff sensors activate on the bottom of the vacuum and prevent it from going off of the ledge. Here's a quick look at spot cleaning mode. So watch as the Roomba's gonna go around and around in a circle and the pattern continues to get larger and it increases its radius and then eventually it works its way back in a circular pattern to the original spot where you had initiated spot cleanup. So there you go. You can see the wide cleaning pattern right here. Now it's starting to get narrower and narrower again. So there we go. It just finished our spot clean. Now you can see what it's like for the RoboVac to clean on the carpet. You can see a previous pass to the left of the video and the nice line that it makes. And what's nice with its clearance height, you can see it's able to go under the dresser and the crib in this room. So you can see it's easy for it to navigate on carpet, no issues at all, and it leaves a really nice cleaning pattern. Lastly, when you're all done cleaning, the Roomba's also able to find and navigate its way back home. As you can see right here, it locked into the charging base, lines itself up, and it's that simple. It's now home and charging. So we just finished our first clean. Let's go ahead. Let's look at the results by removing our dustbin. Check that out. It's disgusting, guys. So you can see the inside right here. All the real world pet hair, dirt, dust, and debris. Tons of crumbs, leaves, grass clippings, anything you're going to track in from outside. You can see our bin's pretty full. Super thick. So amazing what it's able to pick up. Let's go ahead. Let's put that back in here for a second. Let's flip it over and you can see what the brush roller looks like now. So we do have some carpet fibers from a rug tangled in here, some human hair. Nothing that's going to affect functionality, but you can see over time you will have to maintain this. Probably getting some scissors out and clipping some of it away. But you can get a feel for what these bristles are going to pick up and what's going to get caught in here. And you may notice too, the rubberized one isn't catching nearly anything. Everything's getting stuck and caught in our bristle brush. But you can see that's what it looks like after one clean, very full dustbin, and we definitely need to empty that. But it's able to pick up pet hair, anything around the house, crumbs, dirt, dust, debris, anything like that. It's not going to be a match for the Roomba. Now that we finished our first clean, I wanted to show you guys the mobile app again so you can see some of the additional data that's populated. So right here within the 694 settings, we can go down to history, and now we actually have an active history. So check that out. You can see our lifetime totals and then our most recent jobs. So let's select one of those and you can see what we have going on. So how was it started? How long was the clean? What's the status? And how many dirty events did we get from that one specific job? So you can see everything right there has now populated and it looks great. Nothing else has changed. Eventually we may get some messages here and then we can obviously build out our schedule and our favorites. But that's what you can expect with the 694. The Roomba 694 is also compatible with popular voice assistants like Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant. You can see all the different actions and commands that are supported with this vacuum, from start to stop to pause to resume, return to home base, Roomba status, locate it, stop locating it, schedule it, remove a schedule, and then we can list a schedule as well. But I want to highlight some of my favorite commands you can see right here. We can tell it to be quiet. We can ask it to sing for us. We can ask it what its deal is. And then one of my favorites too, we can ask it to play dead. And we can also ask it to unleash the hounds. So you have a lot of creativity and fun there using Amazon Alexa with your Roomba. So let me share with you guys my final thoughts in regards to the Roomba 694. First, I want to point out that in regards to this particular model with what it offers, this is going to be your cheapest barrier to entry into the Roomba lineup with Wi-Fi. This is going to be the model you're after. Now, you may be considering the Roomba 692, and no surprise here, they're actually the same vacuum cleaner from everything that I can see, and I believe the 692 is just a variant sold directly on Amazon. So with that being said, if you're looking at the 692 versus the 694, buy whatever one is cheaper. That's going to be the best way to go. Now, in regards to the features that this vacuum cleaner offers, if you're okay not using the Roomba brand, there's some better values out there for around this price point that will give you smart mapping, LiDAR navigation. So I would highly recommend checking out a model like that. But if you want to stick within the Roomba lineup, I would recommend going up to the i6 or the i7. So that vacuum cleaner, both of those, it's the same thing. The i6 is just the variant for Amazon of the i7. So I would buy whatever one is cheaper, and make sure you get the Plus model because that has the self-emptying base. And once you use a RoboVac with a self-emptying base, it's really hard to go back to a RoboVac that doesn't have it. And same thing for smart mapping. When you have that logical neat row navigation, it just makes way more sense, and your vacuum cleaner is that much more usable because it's actually guaranteeing a nice and consistent clean throughout your house. Whereas with the adaptive navigation in a vacuum cleaner like this, it's hit or miss on if it's going to cover the exact area that you want clean, unless you use spot mode, and then you can get that. So overall, this is just the entry level way to get into the Roomba lineup, but I would highly recommend checking out some of the more advanced models. Yes, they do cost more money, but they give you really good and usable features that I would justify at that increased price point. Overall, though, this does provide a really nice clean, great for hard surfaces as well as carpets. I'd say it does a really good job, especially if you have a lot of pet hair around your house like I do. I do want to point out, though, compared to some other RoboVacs that I've used, this one's just a little bit on the louder side, but what's weird is it's not louder because there's like an increase in suction power. I'd probably argue it has similar, if not maybe slightly less suction power due to its really cool dual brush roller design, where I feel like it's even more effective without as much power consumption. But it's just louder in how the RoboVac operates. That's the best way I can describe it. So keep in mind, do this or the 692, whatever one's cheaper, or if you can't afford it, jump up to the i6 or the i7, and same thing, whatever one is cheaper. Or if you don't care about brand, I would recommend checking out some third-party RoboVacs that have a self-emptying base, LiDAR navigation, and those smart mapping features that will cost right around maybe just a little bit more, but I would say it's justifiable than this vacuum. Well, that concludes our video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget the product link will be in our video description below. Please go ahead, check it out, and do your shopping from there. Any purchase made through that link helps support our channel at no additional cost to you. So we're really grateful and thankful for all of your support. While you're at it, can you go ahead and hit that like button for us? And subscribe to our channel. We have new content coming out daily, and we don't want you to miss anything. Please go ahead and give us a follow online and make it a clean sweep. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Discord. You can message us on WeChat, check out our website, and join our free newsletter. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget, new content daily, and we can't wait to see you in our next video.